guys, welcome back to the Needy Homesteader channel and 30 days of preparedness. It has been 30 days of different collaborations from different channels here on YouTube who have put out their best advice, help, direction, things that they have done personally themselves. It has been a fantastic collaboration to this point. And today I am bringing you my fourth video in the series and my last video participating in this 30 days of preparedness, brought to you by my girlfriend Michelle over at Big Valley Living. So go over, I will leave a link up above to her channel. I will also leave a link to the playlist so you can go check out all of the videos from many content creators who have just really showed up for this collaboration in hopes that it will help you in some way. And it has been a big honor to be part of that this year. So thank you, Michelle, and thank you guys for watching and participating in this. And I'm very thankful that it seems like a lot of the content that I shared for this 30 days of preparedness has helped you in some way. So today we are rounding out kind of talking about our pantries and preparing our homes and being good stewards. We talked all about that this month. And today we are going to wrap it up with managing our pantries, which is, okay, now you have one, you've built one, you're filling it, right, with food and joy and love. How do you maintain it? How do you maintain it? How do you steward it well? How do you keep it from being wasteful? And this is trial and error because, like I said, my pantry through the years has changed, and of course, as our family has changed, as our needs have changed, our tastes, our likes, you know, the pantry is forever evolving and growing and changing. So how do you maintain it? How do you steward it well? How do you not waste anything? Because food is money, right? So we're going to talk about that today. So I took some notes here and I have some chicken scratch so I wouldn't forget anything that I wanted to talk about. So let's first talk about the different understandings of expiration dates and use by, sell by. What's the difference between all these things? Because knowing the difference will also better understand how long you have to use something that's in your pantry. So first, let's talk about sell by dates. So sell by dates are intended for the grocery store, for inventory. It's not for consumers. So you can safely use a product after the date if it is stored properly. So if you have something with a sell by date, know that that date's not really for you. It is for the store who is selling it, okay? Now, a best by date or a best before date is a quality indicator, okay? It's not a safety issue. So food may still be safe past this date if it is stored properly. However, a use by date is a safety issue. This is more for your perishable foods. So this is the one date that you want to take seriously, the use by date. You don't want to ever really go too far beyond that because we're dealing with things that can spoil or become rancid and make you sick if you do. So those are the differences between the three dates. Now, in our pantry, we use the FIFO system, the first in, first out. That means when we go and buy things for our pantry and we're restocking our pantry, everything new goes in the back, and then everything older gets pushed forward. So I'm going to leave a link up here where I am going to show you a tour of my pantry so you can check it out for yourself. Since then, we have been adding more to it. This is, the fall is usually when we start really stockpiling more food. And that really is because we live in Michigan. And so we're pretty far from any of the major cities that have grocery stores. On good days, we're about 35-40 minutes out. So on snowy, hard to travel days, we could be as far as an hour and a half one way, 3-hour round trip drive. And you know, as somebody who has survived a car accident, I don't take a lot of gambles anymore, especially in bad weather. Our accident happened during bad weather. I mean, it was snowing. So I'm more aware and more thoughtful now. So I would rather put extra food by. So during the hard winter months where roads are treacherous, dangerous, more challenging, I'd rather just have everything here and then just go to my local grocery store in town to pick up things that I need, the perishable things that I need. So we like to stockpile during these months, you know, August, September, October. Put extra food by, and then that way that'll get us through the hard winter season, which can be long here in northern lower Michigan. We have snow in May here, sometimes June. It all depends. So here we do a rotation, first in, first out. We're constantly pulling up the older food packaging forward so we can use that. Fresher goes in the back, and this way you're not really dealing with a lot of expired food. Now, if you are noticing in your pantry, I go in my pantry once a week. I meal plan around my pantry, what I have in my pantry, what I have in my freezer, the fresh produce that I can buy, usually on sale and in season, and I meal plan around that. I don't meal plan and then go shopping. I meal plan around what I already have. And if I'm noticing, I'm constantly in my pantry, so if I'm noticing that something's coming close to needing to be used up, you can even put it in a basket. I keep baskets in my pantry, so you can even put those things in a basket so you can have a visual of them, so that you can meal plan around them, so you can include them in your meals. And then that way you're using it up, so nothing is wasted. One of my biggest pet peeves is wasted food. And when I waste food, I feel like, how can the Lord continue to bless me if I can't steward what I already have well? So it's big spiritually for me not to waste. And so that's what helps me. Keep your hands in your pantry. Get in there. I know a lot of advice is to do it like once a month. I do it. I'm in my pantry every day, but once a week before I meal plan. And I like to meal plan on Sunday nights. I go in, I look at everything, I touch everything, I'm checking my fridge, I'm looking what veggies I have, what dairy I have, what I need to use up. Then I'm going into my freezer to see what kind of meats I have, and then I'm going into my pantry to see what I can do to pull it all together. And then from there, I create my meal plan. And I know I did meal planning Mondays here on this channel for a while. They weren't that popular, which I thought that they would be more popular, because I feel like more people should meal plan and need help meal planning. But then I get into these talks with my grown sons. You know, I have 4 grown adult sons from the ages of 29 to 22. And they tell me how it's easier and cheaper many times, Mom, just to go out and buy food, which is mind-blowing to me. And so somehow I need to touch the younger generation, the younger moms out there who are, stewarding their homes and their pantries. Because I feel like meal planning, I don't want meal planning to, be left behind where people don't do it. So let me know down below, do you meal plan? And is your pantry, do you have a rotating stock in your pantry? Do you have issues with food expiring in your pantry? Is this something that is a challenge to you? Let me know, because if I do have enough interest again in the meal planning, I'd be more than happy to bring it back. It wasn't popular on my channel, so which I thought it would be, because it's a subject I love. But just because I love it doesn't mean everybody else will. All right, so let's talk about expiration dates. So I jotted down a few things. I can't include everything, but I'm gonna hit and touch on all the basics. And I want to start on canned food first. So canned goods. Now this is not home canned goods, okay? Home canned goods, it depends on your lids. But, they say a year. They say a year. And honestly, if you're not using up your home canned goods in a year, you're probably then making too much. You should be able to go through your home canned goods in a year and then restock it fresh. After a year, the quality just goes down. The looks go down. Now, they have opened up home canned food 10 years later, and the only thing that has suffered is the looks of it is not that great, and the nutrients are not that great, but it's still safe to eat. So as long as you're storing in a cool, dark, dry place, your home canned goods are going to last as long as your lids remain sealed. I know Ball guarantees for 18 months. I have kept things up to 3 years in my pantry, but honestly, if I have not put it in my meal plan in 3 years, I'm probably not going to. And that will be something that I probably won't can again. And I've made videos on that topic as well. So I will try to leave a link to maybe the last one that I made. So these are all things that you want to consider. You know, and something that you might have used a lot of at one time, you might notice that you don't use anymore. So it's okay to change. It's okay to pivot. Don't think just because you've always canned something, you have to keep doing it, because that's not true. Stock what you eat. Stock what your family eats, and you can't go wrong. So home canned goods right out the gate, use it up in a year. If not, 3 years max. After that, the quality is just going to greatly diminish. And if you haven't used it then, you probably aren't going to. But if you're starting to see that you're not using your home canned foods that you're canning, start putting them into your meal plan. That's why meal planning is so important. Okay, so let's talk about canned goods, commercially canned, okay? Vegetables and fruits. They are good for 1 to 2 years past the stored by date. So whatever date is on the back of the can on fruits and vegetables, they're good for a year or two after that. Soups and stews, a year to 2 years past the date. Canned meat and fish like tuna, chicken, salmon, 2 to 5 years past the date. Tomato products, up to 18 months past the date. They may darken, it'll still be usable, but tomatoes are acidic, right? So we want to use those sooner. We want to get them out of the metal cans, okay? This is why home canned tomatoes is so good, because they're in the jar. Evaporated and condensed milk, it is good for up to a year past the date. Dried goods. Pasta, it is good 1 to 2 years past the date if it's sealed. Not if it's an open box, but if it's sealed. Rice, white jasmine and basmati. Indefinitely. It is good indefinitely if it's stored and it's dried and it's sealed. So you don't have to worry about getting rid of your rice. Brown rice, however, and this is why I don't store 5-gallon buckets of brown rice anymore. It's only good 6 to 12 months past the date because of the natural oils in it. It does go rancid. So you're better off just buying that in smaller quantities and putting it in a glass jar or something like that. Flour. White flour is good 1 year past the date if it's sealed and kept cool. Whole wheat flour, however, only 6 months. Same thing with the brown rice, because of the natural oils in it, it will go rancid and you will smell it. I've had both brown rice and whole wheat flour go rancid on me. It's pungent. There is no smelling it and wondering. You will know. It will smell rancid. Sugar, white, brown, and powdered, indefinite if it's kept cool and dry. Salt, of course, indefinitely. It's why I keep so many different salts. Baking mixes, stuffing, pancake, and cornbread is good roughly 6 to 12 months after the date. Breads, both packaged and cereal. So cereal is good 6 to 12 months past the date. Even if it's stale, it's still safe to eat. It just won't be delicious. Crackers, 6 to 9 months past the date, but you've got to be careful with crackers because they can go rancid as well. Instant oatmeal packets, 1 to 2 years past the date. Boxed pasta or rice meals, these are the meals, they're 6 to 12 months past the date. Jars of gravy or sauce, 6 to 12 months past the unopened date. In my pantry tour, you guys know that I bought a bunch of turkey gravy because it was on clearance. I got it for like, I don't know, it was like 25 cents or 50 cents or something a jar. It was a deal I couldn't pass. But I haven't been using it. So what do I need to do? I need to get that into my meal plan. I need to not make homemade chicken gravy for a while, which I just did twice last week. because I made chicken pot pie, and then I made chicken mashed potatoes and chicken gravy for another dinner. I need to stop doing that, and I need to use my turkey gravy and use it up, because it's not a good deal if it goes to waste. And I've had it now. Well, I got it at clearance after the holidays, so, but still, it's rolling on in a year, and I need to start meal planning around the turkey gravy. Condiments and baking essentials. Honey, indefinite. Even if it gets hard, just warm it up to liquefy it again. But honey, indefinitely good. Maple syrup, 1 to 2 years past the date if it's unopened. Peanut butter, a year past the date. Natural peanut butter will go rancid faster though. You know, peanut butter has natural oils in it, so you just want to be careful that it doesn't turn rancid on you. Vegetable oil, 6 to 12 months past the date. Again, check for smell. You will tell if it's rancid, get rid of it. Vinegar is indefinite, even if it's got the expired date. I have used expired vinegar. I won't use it in my canning or my food, but I will use expired vinegar for cleaning, because and I'll use it in my canners. I'll use it to wipe my lids and my rims on my jars. And I will use it in hot soapy water when I'm cleaning things. So, but it is good as long as it doesn't have floaties. I always check for floaties. If it's got floaties, I won't use it. I might use it like for cleaning, but but I'll get rid of it. But I never use expired vinegar even to can with. I'm really funny about that. I like everything super clean and everything like as fresh as possible. And then spices and herbs, 2 to 3 years past the date, they just lose their potency. So you want to use them up, especially if you home dehydrate like I do. I dehydrate a lot of my herbs. So you just want to make sure that you're using it up, because they do kind of tend to go flat tasting after a while. So so that is it with the expiration dates. I had put on here avoid having a pantry graveyard. You know, you don't want inventory regularly. Go in there, touch everything. Just check out what you have. Meal plan around your inventory, size and proportion. Like if you don't make that much anymore, it's okay. Don't overbuy on certain things because you get a good deal on it. Because again, if you're not using it, it's not a good deal if it goes to waste. However, if you do use certain products, certain foods that you love, and they're in part of your natural, you know, regular rotation. You know, you always make spaghetti at least once a week, or you make pizza once a week, or you make chicken pot pie, you know, twice a month, every month, all through the winter. If you know that you love these things, it's okay to like buy things in bulk and save money. Just be aware, and like me, I don't buy anything that's not on sale. I even wait for Costco and Sam's Club because they run sales, and I'll buy things in bulk there if it's on sale. Rotation, you know, put the new stuff in the back, bring the older stuff forward. And then emergency versus working pantry. I do have some freeze-dried things that I have in the very back of my pantry that I keep for emergencies only, but for the most part, I no longer keep a prepper's pantry. I keep a good, well-stocked, rotating, working pantry that is hands-on, that is touched, that is well-used, and I like to put away at least a year's worth of food, because I have had to live off of my pantry for 10 months before I was well enough physically to be able to go shopping. So it's important for me to have a very well-stocked pantry. My pantry also extends into my kitchen. It extends into my basement, where I have 3 freezers down there. I have 5 freezers total, 2 refrigerators. And everything is well rotated. So if you have any questions for me regarding the pantry and pantry preparedness, I'll leave a link down below to my favorite book, The Prepper's Pantry. I got it on Amazon. It's so good. And I should have grabbed it. I think it's out in the kitchen. I love that book. I use that book and I refer to it often. And And so I'll leave a link to that down below. But if you have any questions for me, and if you want me to extend this kind of pantry series that I have done during this collaboration, let me know. I would be more than willing to make any other videos regarding any questions that you might have to help you along in your pantry building. I think more than ever right now in the state of the world, it is more important than ever to have a pantry, to have a stockpile behind you for life's emergencies, for anything that could be coming down the line, as well as just buying food today for cheaper than what you're going to buy it for tomorrow. So but you have to steward it well, and it doesn't do anybody any good if the things that you're buying you're not using, you don't want to use, you don't know how to use, you really don't enjoy. So buy what you love, fill your pantry with joy, know that it is nourishing your body, your family's bodies. Let them walk into your pantry and feel the love that you have poured into it. That is so important. Your heart posture, your intention, not building anything out of fear or panic, but doing it with a joyful heart, and for a heart of preparedness and a heart for caring for your family, to be able to put this by for them. It is so edifying. It's so rewarding. It is such a blessing. That I hope that all of you experience it. I really do. So with that, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much, Michelle, for including me. Thank you to all the other content creators that have put up amazing videos this month. And if you have any questions, like I said, let me know. I will do my very best to answer them. And any video ideas that you have that you'd like to see, just leave them down below for me. And with that, God bless, take care, and take care of your pantry. All right, bye guys.